Motet in the French tricolor on the right of our picture here. Argentine in the Italian jersey with the vertical stripes. Motet right now has the advantage. He's fresher. There's no question about it. He's fresher because he's been. But now Argentina is attacking. You see the teeth gritting expression on Motet. Motet is giving it everything he has, but Argentina, look, just effortlessly smooth riding up that hill, and he has got Charles Motet on the ropes right now.
I think you were right, Brian. Argentina made the move on that little steep hill, and Charlie Motet tried to answer him, and you could see the look in his face. He's going after him now, but Moreno Argentina in total control of this race right now. It's an unbelievable effort on his part.
So cool,
you notice
calm, and so
how he tried to get the lead before the downhill so the other guy couldn't get in the draft.
Exactly. Now Charlie Motet has to catch. It's a short downhill. They go into a turn. Difficult to chase at this point. And even if Motet does catch up, he's going to be very tired, probably more tired than Argentine, because Argentine just showed us how strong he is at this point. And we're within a mile of the finish, and Argentina is simply magnificent at this point.
The approach of
Motet is making up some ground right here. He had to push real hard on that downhill.
He is, in fact, making up ground. He's got that slipstream to shoot into. He can move into that vacuum that's created behind Moreno Argentine, so that helps him on the downhill. And now you see they have come back together, and Argentine looking back at Motet saying, okay, I've sent you a straight right to the jaw, and you've managed to come back from that. Let's see what comes up next.
But Argentine's also looking back to make sure that there isn't a rider coming up chasing him. He wants to make sure that it's his game now with Motet, that he doesn't have to concern himself with the pack, which is quite a bit behind him. They're rounding the last turn into the long finishing stretch.
It's a curving finishing stretch. It's a one-on-one race right now. It's head-to-head competition, the way we always like to see it. Moreno Argentine in the front, wearing the number 164. Charles Motet of France, number the 105. Those are the two contenders for the World Championship of Professional Road Cycling, and they're in the last 300 or 400 yards of this race course right now.
Well, it's a cat and mouse game now. Argentine's looking back. He knows now that he is the stronger rider. He just doesn't want to sprint too soon. He doesn't want to give too much too soon. He wants to be able to have enough to get across the finish line first. Argentine was third in the World Championships last year. He's 25 years old. He doesn't want to lose the sprint. You can see there at 200 meters to go right now. Argentine's still playing with Motet. It's an uphill sprint, so it won't be as fast as some. Here they go. Here they go. Motet.
Mile race coming down to 200 yards. Motet trying to make a move off the back. Argentine seems to be in control.
Argentine's well out in front of Motet at this point. Charlie Motet gives up, and Moreno Argentine is the 1986 world champion.
What a great tradition of racing the Italians have had. Moreno Argentine continues that tradition. Here's the sprint for third, and oh, a very good finish for third place right there. And there's all the riders rolling through. You can see each one reaching down, taking off his toe straps. 162 miles of racing is over. We're going to be right back to the World Championships of Professional Road Cycling right after these messages from our local stations. We're back live at the U.S. Air Force Academy. The World Professional Road Race Cycling Championship is concluded. And the results, unofficially but correct, shall we say, the winner of the bike race, Moreno Argentine of Italy, the runner-up, Charlie Motet of France, and third place, Giuseppe Cerrone, also of Italy. The Italians getting first and third, the gold and the bronze medal here today, Connie.
Cerrone is, of course, the 1982 world champion, and surprising he did so well today because he had a crash early on in the race. He got up, caught the group, and won the sprint from the bunch, but it was Moreno Argentine's day all the way.
He certainly seemed so calm and so cool and so collected and so professional and competent. He did a super job of, he seemed to have all his abilities in hand. There he is, being interviewed and receiving the accolades, the beginnings of the accolades of the crowd. And here's our replay right here. There's Moreno Argentine. This, keep in mind, is the last 300 or 400 yards of the race as they approach the final corner at the bottom of an uphill section, a snaking, sort of winding uphill section through the feed zone by the cabins. And there are the two leaders.
Argentine was very confident at this point. He had just made an attack. He knew Motet was weak. He knew he was strong. He knew that he felt strong himself. I think Argentine knew he was in control, I guess I should say. And really Motet at this point is just hanging on, hoping that he'll have enough to get around Moreno Argentine. But Argentine just waits and waits as they come through the long, windy section before the finish.
162 miles of racing comes down to 200 or 300 yards between two great professionals, two great athletes here. Moreno Argentine in the front of these of this pair of riders here. This is a replay of the finish. There's 200 meters to go, a little over 200 yards.
And if it looks a little slow right now, it's because they are going uphill, and they're not trying to sprint too early. Moreno Argentine makes his move. Mottet tries to come up and get around him, but there's no going around Moreno Argentine. He's just too fast.
Mottet tried and failed. Argentine is the world champion of professional road race cycling. We'll be right back after these local messages.